shot. All right. What is that? Hey there, fellow tennis junkies. So today's video was a battle. I got a little frustrated, as you saw in those opening two clips. Today we're working on slice transitions. This is one of those things that I've never really been good at. And so I kind of created this drill to kind of work on that coming into the net off of a slice ball. So yeah, let's go ahead and get the playing footage started. I'm gonna go ahead and put myself super small up in the top corner of the screen. So you can still kind of see me, but I am gonna keep the playing footage to be like the priority of the video. So I'm gonna actually be watching the footage too, making a couple comments about things that I see. Yeah, so just right off the gate, the purpose of this drill was to work on that slice transition. As you can see, we fail a lot at this drill, and the way that it works is essentially on the third shot, the player who hits the third shot, not counting the feed, has to slice and then come into the net, and it's working on that transition. If you guys remember on that previous video with Jake, I played Cuban Davis Cup, which essentially you fed the ball and then you sprint up to the net. If you guys haven't seen that one, make sure you check it out. So what I actually do in this one is it's all about slicing and then coming into the net, which is really a realistic shot. As you're playing tennis, you're trying to transition up to the net, and you can't always hit a heavy shot off of a low ball or a ball that's kind of landing in that no man's land near the blue line area. So that's mainly what this drill is focusing on. And let me just tell you, Charlie and I struggled with this one, and it was very evident in the footage, which is a good thing, honestly, for us to struggle a lot, because that's kind of why I'm doing these videos. You know, it's to make these drills that are difficult and work on the shots that I struggle with. So yeah, so this first little bit here, Charlie is the one hitting that third shot. One other variation that you could do with this drill is if you just feed it in and then have the person who receives the feed slice and then come straight in. That is one way to do it. I decided to do it this way because it kind of gives the pacing of an actual point. You hit a normal shot, like a normal topspin shot, have your opponent hit back to you, and then you hit one more. And I would consider this drill semi-cooperative, which essentially, semi-competitive, my apologies, which essentially means that you are trying to play, you're trying to win the point, but you're also trying to get a couple of extra touches on the ball, mainly just because, as you guys see in these clips, a lot of the times the drill doesn't work. We don't get to the slice ball, or you get to the slice ball, then the person hitting it shanks it. So first off, I want to talk about being the receiver of the person coming into the net. So what I'm doing here in these first couple clips. So what I quickly realized about myself is that, and I said the same exact thing in the Cuban Davis Cup video, if you guys watched that previous one from last week, I panic whenever people run up to the net, which is kind of a major problem, really. As time is being taken away from me, as someone's coming up to you at the net and someone is running in, time is being taken away. They're hitting the ball much earlier than if they were standing on the baseline. It just makes logical sense. So as time is being taken away from you, naturally you get a little bit nervous, you get a little bit tight, and people tend to overhit the ball, which you can see me doing a lot here. And it was one of those things where I just kind of really just struggled to like calm down. So for future videos, I'm trying to create some more drills that are similar to this, even though a lot of these drills that I'm doing are really similar, and you guys can see that very obviously here. I think it's really valuable to do drills like these, because these are the shots that cost me personally matches. Points like this are what cost me matches. Hitting those basic slice transition shots, like it should not be this serious of a problem for me. And it's kind of, as you guys can tell just from the intro of this video, it's frustrating to me. I get really, really frustrated doing drills like this, because I know that on paper, a slice shot is high percentage. It's an easy ball to hit, but to hit it well and to hit it with some pace and some spin and good depth, and it's so frustrating whenever you miss a slice. I almost feel more frustrated about missing a slice than missing a typical topspin shot, and that's why I'm trying to do these drills, because I get frustrated and because I struggle a lot with them. I'm trying to do drills that I struggle with. So as you guys see, we're transitioning already into me actually coming up to the net. So kind of recapping that first part, I definitely need to work on focusing, calming myself down, staying in a focused state, and that's what's going to kind of set me apart whenever I'm dealing with people who are coming up to the net, which is very normal in coaches. So As you guys see here, the weird thing about my slice is I feel relatively okay about it if I'm doing a baseline to baseline slice battle. For those who know me personally, know that I started out playing with a quote-unquote one-handed backhand for my first couple years of tennis, which essentially meant that I just sliced every single ball. So I became super confident in my slice, and I think I'm pretty diverse in it. I feel great about especially my backhand slice. Forehand slice, not so much. But one thing I haven't worked on is that transition part. So being able to hit, in theory, whenever you're doing this drill, you should be hitting your slice nice and deep, relatively low to the net, because again, like I was saying while I was on the baseline, you're trying to take time away from your opponent. You're trying to stress your opponent out as time occurs. And really, the point of this transition is not necessarily to get up and hit a winning volley on that first shot. It's to give you some more control of the court. It's to put you in a position to stress out your opponent, take time away from your opponent, and then hit a smart, solid shot right back to where you want it to go. Like you're taking control of the situation. And this is not something that I do often, and why I'm doing this drill again. So as you guys can see, whenever I'm coming up here, I'm too cute. I get too cute. Not on an attractive scale. That was stupid. Anyway, I'm totally, that was dumb. Anyway, whenever I say cute, I mean I'm trying to hit these super little finesse shots and these really cool little spinny shots, and man, it feels awesome whenever you make them, and I feel like Roger Federer himself whenever I make these shots. But the truth of the matter is, I don't make them that often. And I think a lot of tennis players fall victim to this idea. You hit a crazy shot, you hit a crazy return, a crazy forehand, whatever it may be, and you then feel so confident that you can do it again, even though you're probably going to miss it 9 out of 10 times. And that is something that I struggle with at the net, because whenever I talk to friends and people who watch me and my coaches, they always tell me, like, Kyle, you have great hands. Like, I hit some crazy stuff, man. You guys have seen them in previous videos. And I know that I can hit crazy stuff. But the problem is I do it too often, to the point of where it does not balance out. I make 3 errors for every made ball. And that is my severe issue right now. Not having this consistent volley is my biggest frustration. And that's why I kind of, you can just tell in the video, I'm on edge. I'm not feeling good about it. I'm not happy about it. And I'm frustrated with the drill because I know that I can hit crazy stuff, but it's a hard conversation to have with yourself, you know. It's difficult to be like, look, you're not good enough to do this every single time. Every now and then it's fine, but that has been this issue has been detrimental to my doubles game, and it bothers me a lot because I can hit cool shots, but not that often. So I've been trying recently to work on just hitting more solid volleys. I tend to break my wrist, is the term that I've heard thrown around. It's wherever you try to hit a super close shot to the net, you try and take pace off. Whenever in reality, 99% of our volleys are happening above the net. Like, if they come below the net, sure, you can kind of absorb the pace, pop it up into the air a little bit. But as you guys can see in a lot of these, I'm going for these like ridiculous angles and these crazy little drop volley, whatever the heck you want to call it. Whenever in reality, it should just be a pretty routine, you know, stick my hand out there and just, quote, stick the volley. And it's difficult for me because I like entertaining tennis, fun tennis, and I feel like a lot of you probably do too. It's more fun to watch, it's more fun to play, but that's not how you win matches. And it's just a real conversation I've had to have with myself, especially after doing this drill with Charlie. So hopefully what I really hope that you guys take from this video is that it's not a bad thing to hit really cool little drop volleys and cool little touch shots and all this stuff. It's not a bad thing, but you have to be realistic with yourself. When is it smart to do these things? And as you can see, I'm still learning that. It's a learning process for me. So in these future videos, again, I'm still going to be doing a ton of these transition drills, volley drills, whatever. But yeah, hopefully this video was helpful. You guys kind of see more of the struggle side of my current road to the lineup journey. And yeah, maybe implement this drill in your own training. Let me know how it goes. Working on those slice transitions, super high percentage ball that gets you up into the net nice and quick. Yeah, I'm looking forward to the upcoming videos, getting better, always staying on the grind. I'll see you guys in the next video.